So how can smaller businesses with limited budgets maximize the benefits of AI and stay ahead of technology trends despite financial constraints?
Prioritizing what you need to do, so long as it links to your overall business case. Using ancillary technologies, I think that helps. I have cases where 6 or 7 startups join up to fund SaaS licenses. Using money judiciously, needless to say, is probably the one thing which they do, and they have found out ways to do it. Gone are the days where you didn't have an incubation hub. So every startup either started in the garage or rented an office and burnt money.
Yeah.
But nowadays you will find that co-working stuff, so that really helps.
Yeah.
And if you've got a place or an incubator hub, you also have 15 other entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial teams around you. That gives rise to new ideas. Sometimes it rise to collaboration. But on the cost side is where I think the advantages are.
Yeah.
And if you prioritize exactly what you spend on, you make sure that keep a clarity and thought on why you came into this business in the first place, and stay close to what's happening. It is okay to build something and find out that by the time you've built it, well, that particular train has left the station.
What key advice would you give to startups that are looking to adopt AI and any other new technology?
Be very clear on what you want to do and why you want to do it. What is the disruption? What's the innovation which you're building? Use technology. Keep on making contacts. Though that's typically the one thing which the entrepreneur doesn't do. One of the key differentiators for AI and AI based startups is their ability to actually see better what might work tomorrow. So you should be able to use the technology which you're trying to build on to keep on innovating. And I think that's the key thing which is required. You just don't build a product. Gone are the days when you just built a car. By the time you reach the car's become a bus. So now you need to make sure that you're thinking of making the bus.
Yeah.
And I think those are stuff which startups need to prioritize. Capital allocation is key. Know when to spend, know how to conserve cash. Cash optimization is key. But the biggest challenge is always to make sure you're spending on the right thing.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. And in terms of your own journey around AI, is there anything else particular that you'd like to share today?
I think AI as a disruptor is here to stay.
Yeah.
That's my number one takeaway when I speak to people. There are a lot of bright people with some excellent ideas. Not everything's gonna see the light of the day, but people like them would always exist.
Yeah.
The startup community sometimes feels a bit alone and lonely. They could use some help from corporates who have been there, done that. And I think a better understanding of the corporate culture is going to help the startup, and the agility and innovation of the startup should be helping the bigger companies. Where we fail is there's no bridge between the two.
Yeah.
Until you become a unicorn, there's hardly anything which comes from big people. I think that is something which we should be seeing how each can benefit the other.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your insights and for joining me today, Anshuk. I really appreciate it.
Thank Dan. Have a good one.
You too.